An Abbotsford couple is desperately searching for a bone marrow donor to help treat their son's rare brain disease. The 7-year-old is currently being cared for at BC Children's Hospital. But as Sohrab Sandhu explains, the family is raising questions about how the disease is being treated in Canada.
How do you feel about having a bone marrow transplant?
Scared.
In December 2020, Bowen Funk was diagnosed with adrenal leukodystrophy, also known as ALD. It's a rare genetic condition that damages the membrane in the brain and spinal cord, and which doctors say worsens over time.
Usually with just loss of intellectual ability, so more difficulties focusing, behavior problems, and things like that. So it's slow downward course until unfortunately the person dies of their condition.
While there's no known cure for ALD, medical experts say with an early diagnosis, there's a chance to prevent the disease from progressing. They also say that window of opportunity is very short.
Before they actually show enough signs that they've got it, but not too far along that the treatment won't work.
Some Canadians have previously been treated at the University of Minnesota, which specializes in bone marrow and stem cell transplants. The family, though, says that may be out of reach.
We've been given a rough estimate of $1.25 million. And because we're Canadian, not American, we'd have to pay for that up front. We don't know if the government would fund for us to go down there.
They've applied to MSP for out-of-country coverage, but don't know when they will hear back. In a statement to CBC, the Ministry of Health says treatment that is considered to be experimental or still in the developmental stage is not eligible for coverage. This Saskatchewan couple took their 4-year-old son to the university when he was diagnosed in 2021.
It's a very comprehensive process to apply for out-of-country coverage, and there's really no mechanism to make that happen quicker in circumstances where you're put in a place where you have to act now.
In their case, they convinced the province to reimburse them for payments made out of pocket. In the US, 37 out of 50 states are currently testing for ALD at the time of the birth. But in Canada, that's not the case.
And the cost of the test itself, I'd have to look up, but it's not horribly expensive. It's not more than anything else that gets screened by newborn screening.
Meanwhile, the Funk family hopes to find a bone marrow match here in BC.
Time is of the essence because his brain is continuing to deteriorate while we wait.
Sohrab Sandhu, CBC News, Vancouver.